It certainly seems to me as if we are beginning to introduce tougher restrictions that prevent a national lockdown. So it's step by step, it's baby steps, it's learning from what might be working elsewhere, it's thinking about the regional differences, and that's what we've seen, different actions for different parts of the country. But I mean, listening to the callers this morning, there is something about introducing policies that are simple and which we all have to abide by. So, in my view, I am in favour of tougher restrictions that apply across the country, as well as from time to time regional ones which are necessary to bring the rate of transmission down as low as they can.
So what kind of tougher restrictions are we talking about? I mean, is this cracking down on the hospitality industry, or is it people, going to each other's houses? Because these have very different effects on groups, don't they? I mean, if you're going to crack down on the hospitality industry, there'll be people in that business who'll say, that's it, I'm bust. Economically, I'm bust. My future is short. They're going to be in a real panic. If you're talking about house-to-house restriction, if you're in a nice family, 2.2, etc., you might get along with that. If you live on your own, that's a very different story.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and it is so person specific, isn't it? And particularly when we start to think about, should you apply restrictions and rules to people? What if you issue fines? Every situation, every group of people are slightly different here. My fear is that what's happened is generally we've let down our guard. That's how it feels to me. I know that there are examples that we read about, horrifying stories of people grouped together, pubs and the like. But I think if you look and you think about the people that you mix with, who you work with, when you go shopping, have people let down their guard. It feels as if there's a lot of that going on, and so as a result of that, I think
could this be, Gillian, a failure of communication? People who are not following. These who have.
by way of being exposed in people's houses, etc. My assessment is it doesn't make sense, and when we look. Beirut. You know, there was riot vans everywhere, and I was like, what in God's name is this? I'd never been through it in my life, and I kid you not, there was like 6 police vans, and it was dying. So the house parties have been going on for quite some.
Model, isn't it? And we must be clear, it's not that Sweden haven't introduced everyone does the same thing at the same